Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. But before starting the discussion, I must let you know that the test series is going to start from 3rd of November. That is Aspire for Agriculture test series. That is going to start from 3rd of November, and its price will be rupees 999, and it will include 14 tests in which there will be 8 sectional tests and 6 full tests, and all the tests will be on UPSC civil services examination optional pattern, that is comprising 8 questions on which you have to do the 5 questions. And to join the test, simply message on us WhatsApp number 77818 33 440 on this WhatsApp number. And the seats are limited, that is why you should message as early as possible. So that is what we wanted to announce. Now let's move to the question. So today's question is, briefly discuss the decisions involved in farm management and write down the principles applied in farm management. So these farm management principles have been asked several times. Okay, so it is very important. So you should be knowing all the farm management principles. Either they will ask you in brief to write all the farm management principles, or they can simply also give you a certain principle that they can simply give you explain the principle of EQ, marginal return, or any principle. So you have to be knowing all the principles in detail. That will be very helpful to you. And the first part, decisions involved in farm management, is quite an easy one because we all know what decisions we take in the farm. So let's see how we can approach the answer. So we all know that farm management is very important for a farmer, and especially nowadays we are focusing on doubling farmers' income. So a good farm management can help us to double the farmers' income, and other things we all know about farm management. You will introduce by defining farm management, by writing certain data of farm management, or simply connecting farm management with the current scenario, how we can double the farmers' income using farm management. How can we, I'm writing here only, farm management can be helpful in doubling farmers' income, in achieving agriculture sustainability. It can help in managing risks which the farmer has to bear while cultivating any crop. So all these things can be very helpful in for farmer if they do proper farm management. So I hope you understand this, and you can write these things to introduce, or even define simply farm management to introduce. Now let's move to the body of the question. That is, the first part of the question is asking us about farm management decisions. So what decisions does a farmer take in managing its farm? So first one is crop selection. Obviously, the most important decision. We have to select crop on the basis of demand, on the basis of soil, on the basis of climate. So on the basis of all these things, we will select the perfect crop which can give the most yield in our farm. Secondly, we have to do resource allocation. Okay, we have to allocate land to various crops. We have to allocate labor as per the work. We have to allocate machinery. All these things needs to be done to increase the efficiency of all our inputs or all our resources. So resource allocation is a major decision to make here. Financial management to be done, where to be expense, where to how to expense, where to expense, and where should be our investments, from where we will get returns. So all these things needs to be done. Risk management, obviously an important factor. We have to do contingency planning and all these things, so that we can fight the crop fluctuations and crop failures, or any kind of disaster is there, like let it be flooding, or let it be some drought or anything. So risk management, we have to take decisions regarding risk management. We have to do proper contingency planning so that we can manage the risks. Production practices, which kind of production practices we are going to adopt. Are we going to go for organic practices, or are we going to go for use of fertilizer? So all these things, which type of, if we are going to irrigate, which type of irrigation we are going to do, it is a surface flow irrigation, drip irrigation. So all these things needs to be done. Secondly, we have to adopt proper marketing strategies so that the produce of our farms will be sold in a profitable way. Either we can do cooperative marketing, we can do corporate marketing, we can do contract farming. All these things we have to keep proper marketing information, we have to have a proper marketing knowledge. So these things have to be required. Labor management is another key thing. How much labor to be hired, are the laborers we are hiring are skilled enough or not? So all these things to do, we have to make compliance with labor laws and other things in labor management. We have to manage as per, we have to do farming as per the regulatory compliance, especially the government compliances, because government have several agricultural policies, government have several, as we talked just now, labor laws. So we should not violate any of thing and any of these things, and we get proper farm operations without affecting due to any of the compliance malpractices or anything. So doing a proper regulatory compliance is very important. Okay, sustainability practices, obviously in this time of the farming we need to do the right amount of sustainability practices such as crop rotations, proper irrigation, water conservation. All these things needs to be done. Next, technology adoption. We have to adopt proper technologies because we are living in the era of GIS, remote sensing, other things. Precision agriculture is rising. So, proper technology adoption, proper uh, precision agriculture, proper knowledge of technology as a farmer is very important so that we can do all these things. So, these are the decisions which the farmer has to take in the farm. Now, second part of the question is asking us about farm management principles. What are the principles to be followed in the farm? And it is very important, asked in exams several times. So the first principle is principle of variable proportion or principle or law of returns. So I will not discuss these things in detail, I will just give you a brief idea because I have discussed all these things detail previously. Also you can find the video of answer writing practice where I have discussed all the principles in details, and secondly you can also refer to static videos where I have discussed all these principles. So here I will just give you a brief idea. So first one is principles of variable proportion of law of returns. So it helps in deciding optimum amount of input that needs to be applied. I am writing here, helps in deciding optimum amount of inputs, optimum amount of inputs that needs to be applied for cultivation of a particular crop or enterprises. For cultivation of particular crop or enterprises. So what it helps in deciding the proportion of inputs, in how much input we will use, so how much return we will get that in from that input. So all of these things are included in this principle. Second is the cost principles. It helps in determining the cost of the production. Okay, helps in determining cost of production. Next we have principles of factor substitution. Okay, so here T is missing. Principle of factor substitution, or it is also known as least cost principle. Least cost principle. That is, we have to go for the substitute which will give us the same quality, but the cost is less. For example, it helps to use substitutes in agriculture. For example, you can write here substitution of fertilizers by a farmyard manure, substitution of fertilizers by farmyard manure or organic manure, etc. Okay, so this is what, so here you can see that the cost of fertilizer is reduced because we are not using fertilizer, so cost on nutrient management is reduced, and obviously we are getting the same quality because of use of farmyard manure and organic manure. That is what least cost principle. That is, if the quality is same, we will choose for the input which is of least cost so that we get good amount of profits. Next one is law of equimarginal returns or law of limited capital. So in here resources are used that way that gives not the greatest average returns but greatest marginal returns. Resources are used in that way that it gives not the greatest average returns, the greatest average returns, but the greatest marginal returns. But the greatest marginal return. So this is what law of equi-marginal returns or limited capital is. Next one is the opportunity cost principles. Okay, so it helps to determine us the value for the next best alternative that is foregone. Value for next best alternative that is foregone. This is opportunity cost principle. Next is principle of combining enterprises. So here we will combine the products so that it is better to know their relationship and we get good amount of returns. Here we combine various enterprises. For example, integrated farming system. What is this? It is a kind of principle of combining enterprises here only, because we are combining various enterprises. We are combining agriculture, we are combining horticulture, we are combining animal husbandry, and all these are having a positive relationship and giving us the best returns. So this is what principle of combining enterprises is. So these were the farm management principles. So we have discussed both the decisions and principles, and please do conclude positively, and that is on you how you conclude. And I think it's a easy one. If you are currently writing for UPSC or any other exam, so writing a conclusion should be your only, and you should be doing it easily. If you're finding difficulty in it, so we have to read the textbooks, read the notes, so that we can generate a broader perspective to write a conclusion. So that is very important. So this is all for today, and I hope you understand the every part of the question. So if you like it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. That is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.